Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Deemybaby. I'm back with another video today. And I'm going to do a Raptors commentary for y'all today because I haven't done these in a minute. But in today's video, we're talking about Gary Trent Jr. and why he can win the Most Improved Player Award. So if you are new, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. It's going to be a long video, but a short video. So if you are new again, and please be sure you subscribe for good content. So if you are new again, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and let's run it. Alright, if you guys don't know who Gary Trent Jr. is, he's a very terrific player, and he lays it out all on the court for his team on a night in and night out basis. I feel like this season coming up, this next NBA season, he'll prove a lot of people wrong, and trust me on that. Even though Gary Trent was sick for a week of the playoffs, that hurt him desperately as he was trying to be out there for his team, and that didn't really go well. But Gary Trent Jr. flashed right before my eyes as he did in Portland, but as for now in Toronto, he scored 20 plus in the last few games of the Raptors series versus the Philadelphia 76ers to finish out the season and the playoffs strong on the right note. As I'm seeing that as a stepping stone for him, as he has a bit of a playoff experience in Portland. But as I said, Gary flashed right before my eyes as he scored 20 plus and in double figures in the last 3 to 4 games to finish out the season strong and the playoffs on a strong note as well. But seeing that as a stepping stone for him as he has a bit of playoff experience for his time in Portland, as he played against the likes of LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the bubble in the first round, where the Lakers then won a championship later on, but Portland took him to 5 games as Gary Trent Jr. then went off in the last 2 to 3 games. But Gary's experience in the regular season and playoffs is crazy, but he'll be looking to add more and to the growth of the player this season coming up in 2022 to 2023 NBA season, which is next year. As Gary Trent Jr. was like himself in games 1 and 2, he then backed it up in games 3 and 6 to close out the series. Though they lost, but they showed good fight throughout. But when Trent is healthy and like himself, he can stuff up the stat sheet on any given night. Even when he got here in Toronto, he showed he can do everything. He can score, play defense, even do a little thing on the court. As he led the league in deflections, I think, in the league, if I'm right. The reason why Gary Trent Jr. started playing so poorly to start the playoffs off is because he was sick, dealing with a fever of 100 degrees, which was a non-COVID related illness. As it was so bad, he couldn't get fluids in his body, and he even lost weight too. As he said, quote unquote, he lost like 8 pounds, like he said.
Maybe just let us into what you've been going through the past week and how you were able to finally get some likes today.
Just the best I felt, in the last week. It's type of viral or whatever it may be. I don't know what it is. I was sick, obviously, but at one point in time, fever was up to 102. I lost like 8 pounds, but slowly but surely, getting my body back, getting my wind back. That's about it. Just trying to push through. You're right.
As the fever was going from 102 degrees, as he said the fever himself was going to 100 to 99 degrees type of thing. Neck turned for stardom and tossed him off the court. But when he came alive and he was healthy, he averaged in the series 20 points per game in the last 3 games versus 76ers and contributed to the team winning some games in the playoffs. In the regular season like the playoffs, you have some bad games, but over time, as the series goes on, the Raptors get more runs versus their opponent, and he'll improve over time. As anyone has bad games, you just need to start hot and finish hot in the playoffs. As for the regular season, he was no problem on any given night, as he didn't poorly starting the series off in the first couple of games, but then he showed himself at the end of the series versus the Lakers in 5 games, as he scored 10 points per game, only shooting over 45% from 3 on 6 attempts in the last 2 games with the Lakers, as he loves playing against the best of the best out there, as he's given competition on each and every night. As for our 2 points I made in Gary improving over the time in the playoffs, as for his playoff experience from previous seasons, now let's talk about improvements Gary can make even in this season now. Gary has improved every season and made jumps to his career as he's playing at the most happiest point in his life, as he's playing at the all-time best here in Toronto. As he always said, due to his father playing here, the coaching staff and organization, everything they have everything to offer a player. Over time, Gary has blossomed as a player and has had his best season to Raptors so far, as I already said. As he's averaged almost close to 20 points per game, which showed an increase even since he joined the Raptors after leaving Portland and being traded for Norman Powell, who then he got traded to the Clippers, so the Raptors won this trade on the long haul. But Gary Trent Jr. has always made improvements every season, and even with the Raptors now, he took a massive impact. As for all the games he played last season, now he averaged 17.9 points, 84% from the 3-point line, and 1.6 steals. As his 3-point percentage could dip in Portland when he shot 40% there, as he averaged 10.2 points, and he was being less active on defense, as he wasn't averaging a lot on the defensive end. As for Toronto, he's given more opportunity to grow and score in a way his 3-point percentage took a dip. As for Toronto, he's given more playing time and to grow. As for Toronto, he's given more of an opportunity to grow and score in his own way, as a better all-around player in Toronto than his time was in Portland. So as Trent make a big jump again or a leap as a player, don't be surprised. With the selected Raptors 4-headed monster lineup and Sky Barnes, Fred VanVleet, him, Pascal, and OG, that's a big lineup to even have around, but that's a starting lineup to grow around and to develop players around as this season just getting started and the rebuilding and retooling process just getting started. As for the Raptors, don't be surprised they contend soon as they have a good starting lineup as they just need a bench and some core role players around it. But yeah, that wraps it up for me talking about Gary Trent Jr. and why he'll be the most improved player this season. The reason why Gary Trent Jr. will be the most improved player this season to wrap it off because of his playoff experience and his thoughts from last season as he played very well, although the choice in the Raptors. As he'll make improvements overall to his game as he will play throughout, and he'll make improvements even in season and even this last season, which is in the playoffs. As for time, Gary Trent Jr. develops over time, right? So Gary Trent honestly is a very good player and develops time and time again. As for the running for the most improved player award, if he wins there doesn't get nominated for it, I wouldn't be surprised as he gotten nominations for this award even this year. So anyways, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I want to make it too short, around the 6-minute mark. If you are new, again, it's your boy Deemybaby. Make sure you leave a like this video and comment your thoughts. And your boy Deemybaby. And I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace.